Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I don't think I'll be needing my oversized headphones for this video, but from the title you can probably already guess what this video is going to be about. I will be ranking all 79 current Trevor Henderson creatures that are in GMOD in a tier list, based on how much I like them, as you can see. Oh boy, I honestly been wanting to make this video for absolutely ages, and I finally got around to doing the actual video. I might make an update too when there's more creatures. I will be doing everything in alphabetic order, but yeah, let's just begin, shall we? I've already done tier list videos. In case you don't know how those work, just go watch one of my older ones, then come back here. But yeah, let's begin with the 20th century boy. Ooh, here he is. I actually kind of like this guy. He's pretty cool. He does summon cartoon creatures, but he doesn't summon, like, you know, the Shin Demon, the lion, or the sheep, because he'd be, you know, a tiny bit too OP, as I like to say. But overall, he's an okay creature. I like him. He also behaves very similarly to Sky Tentacles. Alright, 2027, aka the third Misty guest. We have 1 and 3, but not 2. I don't know if 2 will ever be added as of me making this, but yeah. 2027, I don't really like him as much as the Sky Screamer though, but I do like the sounds he makes. Those are absolutely awesome. And he's also really dang big too. Yeah, so I'm guessing he's an okay creature. He does summon incorrupted characters. It was an absolute nightmare trying to get him to do that in my 2027 video, but yeah, he's an okay character. Alright, my second OC, the Aircraft Shark. I actually really like this guy too. I wouldn't say I strongly like him, but I like him. I actually picked the sounds for this guy myself, and I'm honestly really proud of my choice. And I also, I really like his model too. That was probably the best part about the Aircraft Shark, it was his model, and the sounds. Yeah, I like him. Alright, the Anxious Dog. He's an okay creature. He only attacks you if you're low on health, just like in the Trevor, so. Other than that, he's a very bland creature. He's pretty scary, though. I'm guessing he can go in okay. Alright, next up we have the Banana Eater. Yikes. Probably one of the more convoluted, you know, OC pack creatures, but overall, just not too scary and extremely stupid, and I really don't like him, so I'm just gonna place him in dislike. Let's carry on. Alright, next up we have Behemoth. Hey, he's pretty cool, actually. I'm gonna place him in like. He is the former strongest creature, right behind Aircraft Shark, and I'm honestly kind of glad that he's not the strongest one, since he never even wanted to fight monsters anyway. But other than that, he's pretty cool, and he's also the first creature to have 1,000,000 health. Alright, next up we have the Bell Ringer. Nah, just not that big of a fan. Way too bland, animations look stupid, he's very annoying, I just don't like him. Dislike. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have Big Charlie. Nah, not that big of a fan. I mean, he does spawn in little nuggets. He's very weak, only standing at 2,500 health. Yeah, don't like him. Alright, next up we have the Bird Watcher. I would put this guy in like, but he goes into okay. He's not that popular of a creature anymore ever since Behemoth's initial release, because this guy used to be biggest, but now he isn't really biggest anymore. So, yeah, he also used to be strongest. Blizzard Spawn, come on, it's pretty obvious where I'm gonna place this guy. Strongly like. It's literally me. Why the hell would I not strongly like it? Alright. I came up with the mechanics and sounds myself too. That was pretty awesome. Okay, Bonesworth. I actually kind of like this guy. He is extremely inaccurate compared to the original photos, but that's what makes him so cool. He also uses a default Half-Life 2 skeleton model. The name sounds kind of stupid, but I kind of like him. Alright, next up we have Breaking News. I really like this guy, but I don't think I like him enough to place him in Strongly Like. Actually, let's just place him in Strongly Like, since he is literally one of my favorite giants, if not my favorite giant, right beside the Aircraft Shark. His story is super awesome, and I really like this guy, so I'm just gonna place him in Strongly Like. Alright, Bridgeworm, an absolute OG, the first creature to ever get added to GMOD. I kind of like this guy, but I wouldn't really place him in strongly like. Let's just pop him over there. Also, sorry for any background noises, but yeah, Bridgeworm goes into like, he doesn't do all that much either. I mean, he can evolve into the Highway Worm, but that's just about it. Oh boy. Overrated Wiggly Boy, the cartoon cat. I wouldn't say strongly like, I'm just gonna say like. I really like his animations. The theme can really get on your damn nerves. I've heard it so many times by now, but he's okay. I like him. Alright, Cartoon Dog. Doesn't matter what part, both of them are the same creature. I'm obviously gonna put him into strongly like. He is so underrated. And maybe one of my favorite Trevor Henderson creatures, right beside Blizzard. Actually, I like Blizzard more, but damn, he's really underrated and I love his theme. He's really dang cool. Alright, let's carry on. Okay, next up we have the Cartoon Lion. Where can I possibly put the Cartoon Lion? I mean, he's okay. He doesn't really fight creatures, but he's fine. He has a few abilities. The fire laser was pretty cool the first time I saw it, that is. He shares a few sounds with Hush, and yeah, I'm guessing I can just place him in okay. Alright, the Mouse. I'm obviously going to put this guy in strongly like, because he was probably one of the most overhyped and most anticipated creatures ever in the OC pack, and in general, and it's my second most viewed video, which is absolutely awesome, and I love his transformation too. His theme is pretty awesome as well. Strongly like. Alright, let's carry on. The Sheep. I'm guessing he can go into like due to his wide variety of abilities, but that's pretty much it. His insane theme can also kind of get on your nerves like the cat, but it is what it is. Alright. Shin Demon. Alright. I really like his theme. I chose it myself. I sent it to Julius. It was pretty awesome. Probably gonna place this guy into like, or strongly like. Ooh, this is hard. Guys, where should I put this guy? I'm just gonna put him in like. He's really strong too and is good with dealing with OP creatures, which is kind of why I like him, since we've been having a ton of those recently. Straight into like he goes. Alright, next up we have the Chicken Ghost. I like his sounds, but overall he's okay, since he doesn't do much else. Alright, kind of rushing through this now. The Chicken. Why? It's so dumb. I know that it's considered a minion creature, but come on, man. What the hell is this? It's literally just a chicken. A CSGO roaming chicken from Deathmatch. The voices are louder now. Alright. Costume Man is up next. Never liked him. He looks very goofy and is not at all scary. Goes straight into dislike. Plus, they got his name wrong. It's Mr. Mascot, not Costume Man. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have the Country Road Creature. I'm gonna put this guy in like. He's really dang cool. And he also has quite the backstory behind him. And is also tied in with a real cryptid, kinda. But, yeah, he goes straight into like. I'm running out of space, oh no. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have Day 17 before the update. I think he has to go into okay. He used to be the biggest and strongest right before the Giants extension pack. Then he kind of fell from his former glory. I guess he's fine. He also spawns in worms for some reason. Alright, Day 18. Another overly anticipated creature. I like this guy. I honestly like him more than Day 17. But his backstory, yikes, it's kind of scary. So that's why he goes straight into like. Alright, next up we have the Forgotten Baby. They got the name wrong again, it's the Pink Man, not Forgotten Baby. But, yeah. He's extremely scary. His backstory, too. I'm gonna place him into okay, though, since he doesn't do all that much in-game. And he's also extremely weak, like Big Charlie. But hey, at least he has something to him. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have Fully Grown. He's very annoying and pesky. I don't like him. He's literally just an evolution of the Little Nugget, and he sucks. Dislike. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have Funny Fear. Honestly don't know what to say about this guy. Most people really like him, most people don't really like him. I mean, there's literally an entire Instagram account based on this guy, but yeah, he seems kind of overpowered and very convoluted. I guess he can go straight into okay. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have the pig. Oh, okay, I kind of have a soft spot for the pig because he has a terrifying backstory and I honestly just really like him, so the pig can go straight into strongly like, and he is easily the most disturbing one out of all of them. Strongly like straight away. Alright, good boy. He has kind of a scary backstory, not that much to him though. He materializes only in photos and it's kind of boring, so he goes into okay. Great Mother Megaphone! She's actually pretty cool. I keep on saying he, even though it's a she. Her scream ability can be kind of annoying, but everything else aside, she's pretty cool, so I'm gonna place her into like. Alright, let's carry on. Okay, next up we have Headlights. Very bland and basic. He was broken for way too long, but at least now he's fixed, and he doesn't do much else. And he was also extremely nerfed when it comes to health, but yeah, dislike. I don't really like him. Alright, Hexapod Giant, the first just joking creature and the first ever raise of my concerns when it comes to this whole mod. I mean, his execution is kind of buggy. His attacks are cool though, and he has an interesting mechanic. I guess he can go into like... I'm running out of space, oh no. Yikes. Alright, let's carry on. Okay, so next up we have Hey Stop a Minute. Has a pretty terrifying backstory, but doesn't do much else. Plus his voice line is kind of bad. You can go into okay. Alright, next up we have the Highway Worm. Probably one of the laziest Trevor Henderson creatures I've ever seen. I made a short mini rant in one of my videos about this guy and just how lazy he is, but I'm just gonna place him into strongly dislike. Alright. Next up we have the Whole Man. Stupidly OP, because whenever he reaches a low amount of health, he just goes down to the ground, negates all of his effects, and heals. But if enough damage is tanked, he can be executed. He was pretty powerful for a while, but I guess he's fine. He also has a very crappy story. Dislike. Changed my mind very quickly. Alright, let's carry on. Okay, so next up we have Househead. He's okay, I guess. Not that I like him, he's just an oversized hugger. I guess he's fine, he can go into okay. Alright, next up we have the Humanoid Rabbit. Again, pretty lazy. The execute looks cool though, and I hope that his model will get updated in the future since I don't really like it. Alright, next up we have Hush, literally just a rip-off Starliner, who is actually a pretty good creature. I would put him in like, but I guess Hush can go straight into okay, which is what I'm gonna do right now. I got a space. There's 79 creatures. Alright, next up we have Jellymouth. Even the Jellymouth Giants, meh. Kinda like most of the creatures on this list, such as the Banana Eater, not really scary. And also can get stupidly overpowered. And this guy has insane range too, so I guess I can put him in dislike. I don't really like him. Alright, Jerry, you know where I'm putting him. I seriously do not need to explain why he goes here. I'm not in court. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have Quasar. I guess she's okay. She used to be extremely overpowered until, you know, the Shin Demon came out, plus some other creatures. And she's fine, I guess. I don't have space. I would put her into okay. I have an idea. I have an idea on how we can fit her in. We can just select all of this, make it teensy weensy tiny, fill it in. That's way too dark. We're just gonna fill it in and then we can carry on. Alright, just fill this whole thing back in. Doodly doo. Do-do-do-do-do. Bam. Drag it across and fixed. Alright. Hope you enjoyed my amazing Photoshop skills, but now it's time to place Quasar in okay. Alright. Alright, also remember that this is my own opinion, and please don't judge me. Alright, the Little Nugget has a pretty spooky backstory, can be kind of spooky in-game, and he's really cute too. He is okay, I guess, as he doesn't do much else, and he's also the weakest Trevor Henderson creature to ever grace the mod. Little Worm, kinda lazy, not a fan of him. He can be really annoying and completely refuses to despawn. Dislike. Alright. Next up we have the Living Building, way too OP. He's literally just the phase 2 of Househead, just with buffier attacks. He doesn't really do anything else. I'm guessing he can go in okay. Also, the photo looks kind of stupid. Not gonna lie. I would have never expected him to come along with Househead in my video, but yeah. Next up we have Long Horse. Ooh. This is actually really tough. I actually really like this guy. I'm gonna put him in strongly like, due to his story and pretty much everything else. His attacks are pretty cool too. I really like this guy. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have, oh boy, the character that loves to crash my game. We have the Meatball. I'm just gonna put him straight into dislike. I mean, he is a wildfire giant, but he's absolutely disgusting and repugnant. And I just never liked him from the very beginning, and he always crashed my game too. So yeah. Alright, Megahorn. I'm actually gonna put this guy into, there's no space. I'm actually gonna put this guy into like, mainly because of his sounds and all of his attacks. He can also kind of be considered a father amongst Siren Heads. Yeah, he can be pretty dang cool. So yeah, I'm gonna place him straight into like, but first I'm gonna just fix this atrocity. It probably should make it a whole lot bigger. Alright, all this small. Around this small. Alright, let's scroll up. Drag it across. Okay, that's not good. Why does it fade? It fades, oh no. It's not supposed to fade, damn it. Okay, there we go. And last but not least, we're just gonna extend that to the very edge. Alright, and now we finally have enough space for good old Megahorn. Let's plop him in there. I've been having to make a ton of space for these creatures. Alright, let's just pop him over there. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have the Milkwalker Ambassador. He kind of seems like a Siren Head ripoff. Again, he's kind of comical, but he has kind of a scary story. I don't know, he's kind of weird. I'm just going to place him in okay. This video is going to spawn in so much controversy, I know it. I'm just going to cover that lineup. Alright. Let's carry on. Next up we have the Mothman. He's based on a real cryptid, and that's why I really like him. So I'm going to place him straight into strongly like, since I really like horror. He also has some really epic and badass animations, which is also why I'm placing him here. Alright, Nerpo can be extremely horrifying, so I'm going to place him into like, but he's very tiny and goofy too. I kind of like him. Let's place him over there. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have the old detective. He seems kind of stupid and lazy. Other than that, he doesn't really have that much of a story, and I haven't even ever noticed that he had eyes for the entirety of me playing this mod. Until, you know, very recently. So I guess I can just place him in okay, since he's, you know, not that bad. Alright, let's just place him over there. Good. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have Peeping Tom. His story is kind of shitty. He doesn't do all that much. He's kind of a carbon copy of Cartoon Mouse. I don't know, just don't really like him. I'm going to place him into dislike. He's also very lazy. Alright, pop. Okay, so next up we have Remain Indoors, probably one of my favorite giants. He's really dang cool, and he's also one of the first giants that can fire lasers, which is absolutely awesome. I guess he kind of spans that attack. His animations and sounds are also pretty cool, even though he shares some with Day 18, but I honestly don't mind that. He can go straight into like. Alright, let's carry on. Okay, so next up we have Ribbit. Absolutely terrifying story. Other than that, he doesn't really have that much to him. The sounds seem kind of lazy. I guess he can go into like, though, due to the story. So we're just going to place him over there. He's also extremely strong. Like, he can take down breaking news. Scribblehead, really lame story. His ability to twist perception is pretty cool, and to distort characters as well. He makes them even more horrifying. I guess he can go into okay since he's not that bad of a character, but yeah. Alright, next up we have the Siren Head iterations. Oh boy. I'm just gonna skim through these. Blood, he's okay. Alright. Dark, he's really strong and also quite awesome. He can go straight into like. Alright, in he goes. Alright. Game, he's kinda lame. Hey, that rhymed. He can go straight into dislike. Bam. Alright, Siren Head Ice, my favorite iteration. He can go straight into like, though. I really like the sounds he makes as well, even though he only has one attack. Shadow, he can teleport. I'm not really a fan of that. I'm guessing he can go straight into crud. I'm guessing he can go straight into okay. Let me just grab him real quick. Smallify, place him over there. And finally, Wood. Actually, wait, no, we have one more after that. Wood, he's okay. He can kind of go into dislike since he's a carbon copy of the Ice. And finally, the OG Siren Head. This is literally what got Trevor popular, and it's one of my favorite creatures to begin with, so I'm going to place him into strongly like. Alright, and I'm just going to save all my progress real quick. Here's the tier list so far. Let's get back in. And let's carry on. Okay, so next up we have Sky Tentacles. I really like this guy. I honestly really do, due to his ultimate ability. And he actually did used to be the strongest creature, which is actually extremely awesome. So we're going to place him straight into like. And there we go. Alright, let's carry on. Okay, so next up we have Starliner Cinema. Yay! I actually really like this guy due to his story. And it's also why I haven't been going to cinemas lately. Oh dear. Yeah, I actually really like this guy, even though he kind of looks like a turd. Like! Alright, let's carry on. Okay, so next up we have Street Horse. Kinda lame, kinda weak. I don't necessarily dislike. I was gonna put him into okay, but there's no more space, so let's fix that. Select, smallify. Oh wow, that is extremely small, but you can still tell what it is, right? Alright, just... Why is it always a gradient? I don't want it to be gradient. Sorry if this is taking an eternity, but I'm trying to fix this best as I can. And no, stay there, please, please, please. Okay. And get the final bit and just cover it up. Okay. Alright, so Street Horse can go straight into okay, since he also had a separate add-on entirely dedicated to his fix, which is pretty damn cool. So we're gonna place him over there. Alright, next up we have the Angel. He resembles a biblically accurate angel. His story, not a big fan. I'm guessing we can place him into okay, since he's also extremely strong. Alright, next up we have the Extra Slide. Can phase in and out of view. Overall, not that scary. I think it'll only be scary to like 4-year-olds or something, so I'm just gonna place him into okay. Alright, let's just do that. The Extra Slide, pop. Alright, next up we have the God of Roadkill. He shares a photo with the Costume Man or Mr. Mascot, but I honestly don't really mind that. Other than that, he can be a really cool creature, so I'm going to place him straight into like. Not until I make a bit of space, since, oh dear, there's a lot of stuff in this category. This'll do. Drag, drop, and select. Drag, drop. Alright, let's place the God of Roadkill straight into like. You guys can still tell what this is, right? It's looking kind of pixelated. Alright, let's place him over there. Alright, let's carry on. Next up we have the Hugger. He's like the original house head, just that he's way weaker. And also the fact that he can weave itself a new host is actually pretty cool, so we're just gonna place him straight into like due to his mechanics. He's not that strong, but yeah, he's a pretty balanced character. Oh boy, the Imposter. Again, not that scary, though, yeah, just not that big of a fan of him. His sounds are also pretty retarded, so I'm just gonna place him straight into hecking, what's it called, dislike. Not until I make some space in the dislike category, since this tier list is getting very full. Alright, okay, let's just drag and drop that, and then we can drag and drop that. Alright, let's place the Imposter straight into dislike. He also teleports way too much, even when disabled, which is pretty dang stupid. So yeah, we're just gonna place him in dislike, even though he was the first OC. Alright, next up we have the Lamb. Actually a really damn cool creature, which I'm gonna place straight into like. His abilities are pretty cool. The fact that he just floats without a single care in the world is also pretty awesome, and he can summon in nuggets, and can also be considered Sheepy's first OC before the cartoon sheep. Alright, let's carry on. Okay, the man with the upside down face. This might raise a bit of controversy, but I'm gonna place this guy in okay. His story, it's pretty cool. It's just a scarier version of Where's Waldo, but he was made way too OP in the new update, which is kinda why I'm not placing him in like. Alright, next up we have the Nervous Houseguest, a very underrated and hard to find creature. He's okay, I guess. His story is absolutely horrifying, so I'm guessing he can go into like. The fact that he just follows you and doesn't give chase instantly is also pretty terrifying, so yeah, he can go straight into like if he wants to. Alright, next up we have the Smiler. I don't like this guy. He's completely stationary, he's way too OP, and yeah, at least he doesn't have that much health and most creatures can one-shot him. Yeah, it just seems like a very lazy creature. I wonder if he'll ever be updated. Alright, next up we have the Train Eater, another one that might be very controversial. I'm gonna place this guy into dislike since he was already planned by Jolius, but Just Joking stole that request, which I hate. So we're gonna place him in dislike. Alright, next up we have Turn Out the Lights, another extremely underrated creature. Honestly, a very goofy appearance, which doesn't really make him scary, which is why I'm gonna place him in dislike. So yeah, he also hates lights, which is kind of obvious. The Web Kraken, one of my favorite giants, which I'm gonna place into strongly like due to his abilities as well. He can do so much stuff. You guys should really check him out. Alright. I also really like the sounds he makes too. I wonder where Jolius found those. I would like to use those one day. And the final creature is Yo-Yo, another extremely underrated one with a fantastic story and good mechanics, which I really like. She was recently added the capability to teleport, which is pretty cool, which is why I'm gonna place her into like. And ladies and gentlemen, that was my Trevor Henderson tier list, the first video for today. Here's the final tier list, 79 creatures as of right now. If more creatures get added, I'll definitely make sure to make a part 2 with the new creatures. But yeah, let's just do a quick rundown of the tier list, like see what we got. Alright, let's check it out. So, in strongly dislike, we have the Chicken Highway Worm and Jerry. In dislike, we have the Banana Eater, Bell Ringer, Big Charlie, Costume Man, Fully Grown, Headlights, Hole Man, Humanoid Rabbits, Jelly Mouth, Little Worm, the Meatball, Peeping Tom, Sarnhead, Game Wood, the Imposter, the Small Room, Train Eater, and Turn Out the Lights. And okay, we have 2027, the Anxious Dog, Birdwatcher, Cartoon Lion, the Chicken Ghost, Day 17, the Forgotten Baby, Funny Fear, Good Boy, Hey Stop a Minute, Househead, Hush, Quasar, Little Nugget, The Living Building, The Milkwalker Ambassador, Old Detective, Scribblehead, Sarnhead, Blood, and Shadow, Street Horse, The Angel, The Exorcist, and The Man with the Upside Down Face. In like, we got the Skyscraper, Aircraft Shark, Behemoth, Bonesworth, Bridgeworm, Cartoon Cat, Cartoon Sheep, Cartoon Shin Demon, the Country Road Creature, Day 18, the Great Mother Megaphone, the Hexapod Giant, Megahorn, Nerpo, Remain Indoors, Ribbit, Dark Sarnhead, Ice Sarnhead, Sky Tentacles, Starliner Cinema, the God of Roadkill, the Hugger, the Lamb, the Nervous Houseguest, and Yo-Yo. And in strongly like, we have Blizzard Spawn, Breaking News, Cartoon Dog, Cartoon Mouse, Ghost Pig, Long Horse, Mothman, Siren Head, and the Web Kraken. And that will be my tier list, so I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you have, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. It is completely free and it helps me out a lot. I post 2 times a day and I stream every Sunday, which means I stream in 2 days. So you better be there. Yeah. Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Goodbye.